Does your mind keep going to the worst case scenarios? If so, this tapping session is for you, and I relate. So let's do this one together, tapping on the back side of the hand, deep breath into the belly, exhaling with a sigh, repeating back after me. My mind keeps going to the worst case scenario. My mind keeps expecting the worst. And I'm open to loving and accepting myself, even though my mind is going to the worst case scenario. Between the eyebrows. I am still a good person, worthy of love and acceptance, even with this doomsday thinking. Sides of the eyes. I am choosing to be compassionate and kind with myself. To the eyes. And I'm giving love to the part of me which is really stuck in worst case scenario. Under the nose. I understand this part of me is just trying to keep me safe. Under the lips, that it's telling me all the things that could go wrong because it wants to avoid those things happening. Tapping to the chest. And this is probably something I watched my parents do. I just want to pause us there and say, my tapping sessions can be more intense than other people's that you find, and that's because I really believe in acknowledging the negative of what's there under the surface to bring our love and compassion there. It's not only just positive affirmations. So this is really effective. I've been doing this with EFT for over 13 years, so you're in good hands, but stick with it. Go on the roller coaster with me. You're doing great. Tapping to the front of the ribs. This part of me that's stuck in doomsday thinking, it's just trying to keep me safe. To the side of the body. This is actually how humans survived. Was through knowing where the threats were and avoiding them. To the wrist. But there are less saber-toothed tigers around now. And even though the media and news would tell us that there's so much to be afraid of, the truth is our world is safe. Safer than it's ever been before. Tapping to the back side of the hand. So I'm open to the possibility of reassuring this part of me that wants to fixate on the worst thing that can happen. I'm reassuring this part of me that we are safe. Up to the top of the head. I am choosing to love myself. And I'm giving so much love and support to the part of me that is really afraid. Deep breath, and just imagine that little part of you that's so afraid and focusing on the worst case scenarios, and just imagine sending it some love. Taking a deep breath, sending it some love between the eyebrows. It's safe for me to relax now. Side of the eyes. I'm letting myself relax just 10% more around this. Tapping under the eyes. And I am grateful to this part of me that's been telling me all the worst case scenarios, trying to avoid them, keeping myself safe, under the nose, avoiding disappointment, under the lips. But I know and I trust that I have my back, that I will support myself no matter what happens. Tapping to the chest. And I'm open to the possibility that it might be safe for me to think and focus about good potential outcomes. Front of the ribs. It might be safe for me to focus on best case scenarios, just to balance things out. Tapping to the side of the body. You're doing great. Stay with me. I wonder what the best case scenario here would be. So just think for a moment about something that your mind's doing the doomsday thing on. And just to balance it, we're not saying that's like one possibility. It might go that way. We can accept that. But what's the other direction? What would be the best case scenario here? Say it out loud. Tell me. Tapping to the wrist, taking a deep breath. I am allowed to consider the best case scenario. To think about how I want things to go. Back side of the hand. That if I had a magic wand, how would I choose for things to unfold? It's safe for me to be aware of the worst case scenario. And I'm also allowing myself to balance with the best case scenario. Tapping up to the top of the head. I am allowed to consider both possibilities. And I trust I will love myself in either situation. Between the eyebrows. Expecting the worst is a habit that's left over from another time and place. To the sides of the eyes. It's something I picked up from my family and society. Tapping under the eyes. And it's okay that it's there. Tapping under the nose. I don't need to believe that part of me so much anymore. Under the lips. I'm creating safety and love for that part of me. Deep breath. To the chest. And I am inviting in a new part of me. To consider the best case scenario. And I'm letting these two different parts of me be friends. Tapping to the front of the ribs. I'm letting my mind come into balance now. Side of the body. Not only focusing on the worst, and not only focusing on the best. I'm letting these two different scenarios balance themselves. Bringing love to all the different parts of me. To the wrist. I love and forgive myself for all of this doomsday thinking. And I am empowering myself now to consider the best case scenarios. Deep breath. To the back side of the hand. I love and accept myself. And I'm open to the possibility that things are going to turn out so much better than I've been telling myself. Up to the top of the head. I love and accept myself. And I'm ready for things to be easy. Chin and eyebrows. Because most of the scenarios created by this doomsday part, they never actually happen like that. To the sides of the eyes. And so I'm choosing to relax and love myself. Under the eyes, deep breath. And I believe in miracles. Under the nose. Miracles happen in my life. Bring under the lips. And I love and support myself no matter what happens. Beautiful. Tapping down the arms, the chest. Give yourself a little celebratory shake. Good job. How was this tapping session for you? Please leave me a little comment, a few emojis down below. It lights me up and it means so much to me reading through your comments. And if you're interested, I have a 5-day free tapping challenge where you can get a tapping session every single day into your email box so you can learn how to create a loving inner voice and give yourself some love every single day to learn how to do this technique a little bit more. And I guide people in deeply transformative one-on-one journeys where we go into your subconscious mind, into your past, and we rewire your brain so you can create the life that you really, really want to live. There's a bunch of other offers. They're all down there in the description. Until next time, remember that every single part of you is worthy of love.